How's it going, everyone? Bo here from BZ Hub, and today it's something a little bit different. I realize this is going to be a fishing video, and we're starting off in the office, which isn't a good start to any sort of fishing adventure. But today it's a little more personal, don't you know? Because today we're going to be talking about my grandpa Norm. Now, I call him Grandpa Norm, but really he was my great-grandfather Norman, and he was a fantastic man. He was my fishing buddy for life. He took me on lots of fishing trips when I was little, out in his boat, which was an old boat. I mean, it was from like, what, the 70s or the 80s? But by golly, we were fishing it in 2000s. No trouble, man. He was a really cool guy, and, you know, I could go on talking about him and driving through the state of Kansas and him pointing out every single highway and road that he helped pave, because that guy, he worked a hard life, and you know, he lived it. He absolutely lived his life to the fullest. But I tell you what, when he passed here not too long ago, I was lucky enough to get some of his stuff, and I mean, some of it is really cool, and one of them we're going to be fishing with here in a bit. But first, I'm going to talk about some of this stuff. First off, I'm just going to go through some of the stuff that I got from this old guy. He was fantastic. This is his baseball mitt, and you might think, oh, that doesn't really look like something we have these days, and it's probably because it's not. This is a 1930s baseball mitt, and I just was looking it up. It's actually by a company called Joe Gordon, the Joe Gordon Marathon Buckleback Baseball Glove, and from 1936, this one on the internet says. But yeah, this was his baseball glove. And you might notice, if you're holding it like this and you realize that, yeah, it kind of matches up with my right hand here, he was left-handed. So he had a left-handed baseball mitt, and it actually says down here, personally made. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but Joe Gordon personally made baseball glove here. And then in the middle here, it's really hard to read, but it says that it was originally made, and it's got horse hide. It says horse hide on here, so it was made with horse hide back in 1930s baseball mitt. Really cool. I remember when he passed, this was the one thing I wanted from his whole collection. I was like, it would really mean a lot to me if I could have his baseball glove, and we got it. So yeah, I'll have this forever. I'll always remember my great-grandfather because of that darn baseball glove. But I tell you what, I've got some other cool stuff here. First of all, you'll notice my really cool hat here. This is an orange leather, pleather, whatever you want to say, hunting hat. We went on hunting trips all the time, even though most of it was just my grandfather's brother and my dad hunting for pheasants and whitetail, and me and my great-grandfather would sit in his Bronco and eat cookies and drink coffee together when I was little. But as you can tell, his head is a little bit smaller than mine. But it's a pretty cool hat. It's got ear flaps, orange, got a nice little logo right there. Look at that. Frost rifles with a duck and a dog underneath. And that's, his family used a lot of dogs, greyhounds for getting coyotes and stuff like that, and also bird dogs for pheasants and whatnot here in Kansas. So that's pretty cool. I also have this baitcaster reel here. This is pretty neat. This is from a company I had never even heard of. It's called Damn Quick 700B, and it was made in Germany. So Damn Quick, it sounds like something, you know, but it's actually DAM, as in like an acronym. Damn Quick 700B. So that is interesting. I don't really know off the top of my head what the DAM stands for. If I can find it, I'll put it down below. But yeah, pretty interesting bait casting rod there. I wish that the darn line out indicator worked. Unfortunately, it doesn't. So it's not going to be very much use for me when fishing. But a cool bait caster nonetheless. Good, handy. I mean, it's heavy. It's heavy duty. What we will be using today, though, as you can see here, maybe some of you might recognize this. This is actually the reel for a Coleman pen fishing pole. I have this over here as well. Yeah, the Coleman fish pen. How about that? And I tell you what, this is the reel for it. It would have been cool. I remember when I first opened this up, I thought to myself, why didn't they put anything on this where you could clip on the reel, you know? It would have been real simple to just put a little rivet in a little holder right there, and then you have everything together. But they didn't do that. So of course we have the reel here. You have your drag and your handle and everything like that. I'll put it up a little bit closer, you can see. Ooh. And then we have the pen, you know, as you know, where it gets its name from. So there's the pen. We can take this top off, bloop, and you can already see all the eyelets and stuff. Woohoo! We're gonna go, whoop-ow! And there you go. Little fishing pole. All the eyelets are misaligned right now, but by golly, that's pretty much the gist of it. Now we can just align all these eyelets up, and then attach onto our reel here. So you can see down there, you can see the little spots for the reel where the little sockets are for the reel there. So you're just gonna put it straight into that, like so. Tighten this all the way through, and there you go. A little travel fishing pole for you to use. Catch little bluegill and stuff like that, maybe a small trout. And I will say that this is the fishing rod and reel and everything, but it also came with a few other things, which is kind of interesting. It came with a small bobber and a little practice throwing, casting little thing there, and then it came with these giant lead sinkers. Look at those things. Those are big, especially for this tiny rod. So yeah, that's what it came with. I don't know if he took the hooks out at one point or what, but that's all there is. It got a rod, it's got the reel, which has line in it. I don't know how strong, and then it has a bobber and a little practice casting thing there, and some sinkers. No hooks. I guess you just have to fashion yourself some hooks out of wood or something like that, and put it all together in a survival situation. But yeah, I tell you what though, with all this out of the way, in memory of my great-grandfather, we're gonna try to catch some bluegill on this old bad boy, and see what we can do. So I'm excited, hope you're excited, and we'll see you here in a bit. What's going on, everyone? I've arrived at where we're going to be fishing today, and I've got the camping rod, the pen rod, the Coleman pen rod, and I've got my bait, and we're going to see if we can catch some fish. So let's go. I'm a little hesitant about this bobber type. I've never been a fan of round bobbers, but yeah, we're still going to give it a go. Wish the sun wasn't in my eyes. Very small hook this time around, and unfortunately I have giant night crawlers, but as we can see right here, look at this fancy schmancy, and I got some backups of stuff, but let's hook it. Yeah, look at this, all of my worms in a nice little Ziploc. Anyone else do this? Because I feel pretty smart coming up with it. Right, I need the leader to be bigger. Come on, circle. Alright, let's see how well we can toss this puppy out. Look at how curled up this line is. It's too curly right now. It's having an issue. Well, I'll tell you what, I think we should, if this spot's not going to do any well, and this is like my favorite spot, I think we should move down and get in the shade, if anything. Well, I've never fished over here before, but it looks good. Actually has some deeper water out there where the carp might be. That would be interesting to try sometime. But we have some logs and stuff over here, so I figured toss it out and see if we can pull out anything. Another perfect cast with the old pen rod. Definitely. Ooh, 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 ooh. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. No. Ah. You are my fish. I've got you. Haha. There we go. Our first little sunfish. Look at that guy. Yes, there we go. First sunfish with the Coleman pen fishing pole. What a monster. What a monster. This would actually be a great one to throw out for like a channel cat in this deeper water. So that's awesome. Let's toss him back in and go for another one. Ooh, no. There we go. There we go. Oh, he's a freaking fighter. He's a freaking fighter. Look at you. You're pretty. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at how pretty this one is. No one ever asks me about my terminal tackle in the comments. But if anyone's ever interested, I'll let you know the kind of stuff that I use for this sort of stuff. But anyway, look at this guy. That is beautiful. Little detail on its sides there. That is really pretty. This almost seems like a different kind, but this guy doesn't have any blue lines by his face like a regular green sunfish. So that's really interesting. I wonder what kind of fish this is. I mean, it's really pretty. I'll have to look when I get home. Oh, I actually see there's a blue there's a sunfish right there as I threw it down there. That's funny. Well, maybe we should just dip this down and see if we get anything. Oh, there we go. Look at this guy. Another little small one. Boy, they have bright bellies. Boy, we're catching some different stuff today. Look at that guy. Okay. There you go. There you go. You know, this is awesome in like a camping situation if you're just looking for some fun. Like, I don't know, I mean, you're just talking about reels, but you think that, you know, you see this pen shaped rod and you think that might never work, but sure enough, I mean, we're getting bites. Wonder if he got the worm there. He pulled it under but didn't get hooked. So this reel is a perfect example of, you know, the importance of those, when you see, ooh, did we get him? When you see the, you know, the 5.2 to 1 ratio reels and whatnot. There we go. We got one. Doesn't feel too big though. Another monster. Got another monster, it looks like. Oh, he jumped out of the water. Oh, lost him at the last second. Like a tarpon, a small bite-sized tarpon. There we go. There we go. Ooh, did we get him off? Drat. Might have lost him there. So anyway, as I was saying, when you see those reels that say, you know, 5.2 to 1 ratio, you know, this reel is a perfect example of why that's important, because this one is like 1 to 1. One rotation of the reel equals 1 rotation around the reel for the line, which is why it takes us so long to reel everything in. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, there we go. Freaking monster again. Now here we go. Now this is our green sunfish again. You can see the difference with the blue lines on its face and everything. So there you go. I mean, that's a difference between what we were just catching and this guy. Difference in colors on his body anyway. Calm down, bud. I got ya. There we go. And still got our worm. Here we go. Goodbye. Goodbye. All right. I think it's time to move on down and see if we can get anything else. Hardcore parkour. Look at all the minnows moving. My goodness gracious. I feel like I actually see one over there. Oh, great. Oh, we're good. Whew. This is what I'm talking about. My grandfather only thought the best. You know what? This is silly. This log is not going to get us what we need. This looks really cool over here. I've never been this far this way before. So this is pretty sweet. Where I'm hoping they're hiding is right there. So my bobber's right here. Moving down, moving down. It's drifting away. It's a free worm. Bluegill just don't know a good meal when they see it. Well, this is a cool little area over here. I don't see any carp anywhere, but it doesn't mean they can't be further down. Whoa, look at this. Little river clam. How about that? I was seeing some bubbles earlier coming up, and I figured if I dug down to them, that's exactly what would be down there. Well, I tell you what, everyone, I'm all about experimentation when it comes to fishing, but sometimes you have to ask yourself, if it's not broken, why are you trying to fix it? So here we are, back at our first spot again, hoping to catch a few more bluegill before it gets too dark to see anything. You know, I think some of the difficulty I'm having with this reel is honestly just because of the old line that was on it. You know, whenever he bought this, or whenever he got this as a gift or whatever it may be, ooh, that one feels a little heavier. Stay on. That one feels a bit heavier. There we go. Definitely our biggest one of the night. That's what I'm talking about. You know, even if it's not hand sized, this would definitely give you something to throw on a larger hook to go for a flathead or something like that, you know. My goodness, he's just trying to flap away so much. I just feel his old body just trying to get me to let him go. So yeah, nice little green though. That's awesome. There he goes. Top notch. There we go. Oh no, he let it go. Well, that's okay. It's another location we can try out. There we go. There we go. Another green sunfish. Kerplop. Goodbye. Tell you what, it's crazy because I was just out with my nieces and we finally got one fish, but that was it. Couldn't get another one. And you know, you find a spot like this, and I mean, this is just perfect to bring a little kid. There we go. There we go. I mean, it's just perfect to bring a little kid out to get a fish like this. This would be something they would be ecstatic about. Look at that guy or girl. That is amazing. Nice sunfish there. Nice little green. This would be perfect for a big flathead or something like that. That is amazing. That is awesome. That's a great fish. What more can you say? Let's let it go so we can keep going off. Oof, feisty to the last. I thought I would throw it in the deeper water and just see what we got. Looks like another little green. Little green. Oh no, this is one of those other ones that have the weird stripy pattern on its cheek. Weird striky pattern on its cheek, and is really speckled all the way through. It makes me wonder if this is just like a, you know, a female green sunfish or what. Whoa, big cast. Big cast. There we go. This one's feisty. This one's feisty. Ooh. Yes, another decent sized green. Look at that. Look at that guy. Look at the colors on him. There we go. Goodbye. There we go. Oh, this one's sizable. This one's sizable. Sizable sunfish here. Look at this dude. Look at this, dude. Oh my goodness. We got another big one. We got another big one. We got another big one. Oh my goodness. This is so much freaking fun. You know when you get a sunfish that's big enough that you can hold them by their mouth. You know you've got a decent sunfish on your hands. That is so sweet. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. That's a big one for sure. Take care, bud. I think we're gonna end on you too. You're just so big. You're so big. I don't think we can do any better than you. Tell you what, everyone. I mean, I love catching sunfish in a nice little pole like this. I mean, you can get plenty of different poles, but it's such an interesting little rod. Fit into a little pen. You got a little reel and you throw it on there. Throw on a little worm and get yourself some sunfish. I mean, it works fine. It's rather weak. Another big fish jumping over there. Ah, that's crazy. You know, if you see a big fish like that, you probably wouldn't toss this out to get them, but you know, I would give it a try. And if you had enough decent line on there, you know, if you had an 8-pound line on here, you could cast a little bass like that maybe on this rod. You could muscle it in. But yeah, that would be so much fun to try. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it. I hope it was fun. I know that I actually know that my grandpa Norm would be very happy that I got out here went fishing and caught some fish with his old camping rod, which he probably never even used. I mean, it was like new in packaging when I took it out. But it's been some fun. It's been an interesting video, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. So make sure, if you did, leave a like, and if you want more fishing videos or other videos in general for the modern outdoorsman, make sure you subscribe, because I'll definitely appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone, and as always, remember,
we're one planet, one family, game on.